Hello everyone and welcome to the Khrusher Cup Day 2 Semifinals and Grand Finals action coming your way. My name is Daks and I'm going to be your host for today and tonight's affairs here in the Valorant PH scene. So from yesterday we had a great time going through 16 teams battling for supremacy against one another. Now we have 4 teams left and we will be broadcasting both our semifinals for all of you on the audience side. Our first match will be Ronin versus Wasp, which is going to be really interesting. I have a lot of names very familiar actually into that matchup, and we will be looking to see who will be crowned the king of Crusher's Cup's 10,000 prize pool right there, right then, for our winners as well as our runner-up. I believe the split will be 7,500 for our champion and then 2,500 for our runner-up. And hey, it's gonna be a great time to see which of these 4 teams will move on to the grand finals, who's gonna be battling it out then, and who's gonna be our champion there and then. So quick little peek for our schedule for tonight. There you go, Ronin versus Wasp to start things off here at around 4 p.m. We are going to be starting our action very soon. And later on into the day, we will have Anbu versus 5. Our grand final, of course, is going to be around 5:30-ish. It will be a best of 3 right there, right then. And it'll be a very interesting series to say the least. Because, well, these 4 teams have been duking it out against so many others on the round number 2. Ronin beating SMS 13-8. Wasp beating Friction 13-10. In the meantime, Anbu beating X 13-11 and 5 beating Anan Knights Gaming 13-5. So really tough competition here in the Crushers Cup, and it really goes to show that the level of Valorant PH community is all the way up and the up. So for this first game, ladies and gentlemen, to your surprise, I won't actually be casting that one. We will have 2 casters for that session. It will be Nausicaa and Asurai, bringing you guys the action. And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say hello to these 2 fine gentlemen, bringing you the action coming your way very soon. It's time to swap it over and say hi to Nausicaa and Asurai.
Hey guys, so yeah, it's me, Asurai, and joining with me now is Nausicaa.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Second day. This time around, it was a really interesting set of matches we had yesterday, at least for the ones that I was able to cast. We had, of course, Pastor's Workshop versus Anbu, and then right after that, we had the again another intense match between Team AKG versus Team 5. So if you guys have seen the bracket, what happened on the other side, at least for the games that weren't streamed, that was SMS versus Ronin. And of course, Ronin won that 13-8, and they'll be facing Wasp, who had a very close match actually against Friction, if I'm pronouncing that right. Friction 13-10. So it's going to be that match that we'll be having first here. It's Ronin versus Wasp.
Yeah, I am incredibly excited to see this this Ronin versus Wasp game. Actually, both games today for the semifinals, just because of 2 things. First of all, Ronin and Wasp, there's a lot of familiar names. If you guys come from CSGO and PUBG in the Philippines, these guys are some of the, I would say, most recognizable, kind of names out in the field right now. As for the other one, Anbu and 5, also very recognizable as well. And 5 coming in from a fresh win off of the Yasumiao X Corsair tournament. They just won it and they got themselves some new gear. So maybe, coming into the Crushers Cup, they're looking with a lot more vigor coming into this game. So very excited to see that. So it's okay if I talk about the teams a little bit here, Nausicaa.
Yeah, we should for sure. Go ahead.
All right, so I'll just drop in the names already. For Ronin, we got Justin Weaver, Shiro Kun, PP Noob, as well as Getsimov and Jadsu. So quick background for these players right here. And guys, you can just chat something if I missed anything. Justin Weaver is former of Bren Esports for the PUBG scene. He has done a lot of things in the PUBG again scene with a lot of his a lot of also known teams. I think even with 5 Peaks at one point. Next up is Shirokun, who is, I think, more known for his Overwatch skills. I think when I was playing him a couple of years before, he used a pretty mean Soldier 76. Also, I believe, younger brother of Dubstep, who is a very known opper in the CSGO PH scene. PP Noob, I'm not sure if I'm okay to disclose this, but that is Adrian. Yeah, it is Adrian, who is also a very good Opper, as well as a PUBG player. Getsimov is one of the old guards of the CS 1.6 scene. Great Opper. So you can see already here there's a lot of like really good sniper players already emanating from Ronin. So we might see a lot of like Marshall or what do you call this, operator plays, and Jadsu, who's a really good rifleman. So something to very much look forward to. Wasp, on the other hand, haven't really seen these guys much, but from what Dax told me a while ago, they are much of a pub team. So they a band of like friends coming in to the Crusher Cup and actually really performing well to what Nausicaa said in terms of like their overall standings from round 1 and round 2 yesterday.
Yeah, so definitely so much to be excited about. And, me and Dax were saying over and over again how it's so nice to see a lot of players coming together, coming from seemingly different genres, coming from a lot of these different games. And now we're finding all of them, being here at this tournament, this community tournament. Always nice to start things off, especially with the launch of this game. I mean, it's been around, if you include CBT, probably for around 3 months. And, if you count the launch, it's hardly been a month. And yet, we've already had so many community tournaments. So it's really great to see, these names coming up and maybe making or revitalizing their names for an entirely different game. I'm sure it's an exciting experience.
Yeah, and I mean, just a little bit to add, like you get that extra free time that we have right now because of the current situation. We're making the best out of whatever we have right now, which is pretty good because like I haven't seen these guys active in such a long time, and it really does kind of fill my heart a little bit to see names such as Getsimov get back onto the field. So yeah.
Yeah, we're about to start actually, and I believe we're gonna be on Bind. So we were actually also able to catch this map yesterday. Yeah, all right, confirmed. We are gonna go for Bind again. This is Ronin versus Wasp for the Crushers Cup Day 2. We're gonna find out who is gonna be proceeding to the finals, and after this match, don't go away because we're gonna have another best of 1 match between Team Anbu and Team 5.
Yeah. So Nausicaa, what in your like experience, coming into Bind, what are like the most notable spots that might be crucial for both of these teams, regardless of being attack or defend? I mean, personally, I'm not a big fan of Bind just because I feel it's too constricted, too narrow. But maybe there's something with those two words or with you yourself I've seen that might resonate with our viewers here. What is important when you go into Bind?
Yeah, I think what's important with coming into Bind, because I do agree, when you look at, especially for the players who are much newer, when you're trying to charge the main routes, whether it's A main or it's B main, you can find that there's just so many ways to kind of stop you in your tracks, especially when you're facing, very specific agents, like for example, Sage or Viper with the one-ways on A main. It can be very hard. So, however, we saw yesterday that team, I believe that was Team 5 on attack, they were very successful in pushing both sites actually. So I think in the end it's just really all about covering each other's angles, double swinging and trading those kills. And I think patience is a big thing that we saw yesterday in mixing things up. We saw Team 5 do a lot of different things. Sometimes they would push all the way through B long and kind of take it slow. Other times they would rush right through hookah. So yeah, I think it's important to just be open to a lot of different strategies.
Any agents that come into mind right now when you want to go for Bind? What agents would you think, or at least one agent in your head that's going to be important here?
Well, personally, I'm kind of biased to Viper. Sadly, we won't be seeing Viper in this match right now. Looking at the agents, actually, just so we can get a glance, both, of course, do have the Sage and the Brimstone, and one side has the Cypher, both have the Sova. So we're seeing a difference here of Reyna, actually, who was played, I believe, both matches yesterday. Let's see how that is going to work out as we proceed into the match here. Looks like they're going to go for A on the attack here.
I was kind of hoping that we might see a breach or some sort, but it seems like the attacking team is going to go for, I would say, a standard right now, which is the Brimstone and the Omen. Now we're going to go in straight up. Justin the Weaver popping 2 shots already, but it seems like Porus will stop them in their tracks, picking himself up 2 more, and the site for A taken already by Wasp. So really good start from them, and it has to be the retake for Ronin and friends.
Yeah, let's see. There's only one person remaining here on the defense. Can they go for the retake? Only a classic and the wall to their name. Nice. Gets the 1 pick there. Still has to heal up. Maybe this could be a clutch as he peek through Yuho. Holding, nice headshot. One more to go.
This is what I'm talking about. Jadsu, such an excellent fragger right now, but his opponent is hiding so freakishly well. He couldn't turn around and get that 180, and Gabby secures that round for Wasp. Hard fought, but well deserved. And of course, with that one, it's still not over yet. I mean, in terms of the economy, there could be a force buy from the opposing team, but we'll see.
Yeah, let's see what happens. But that was so close there from the Sage. I'm kind of heartbroken too because they had the wall up left. So maybe if they had put up the wall there on A main, could have been something. But again, I think that's also a lot to. I think at that point it's just nitpicking. He did just get 2 kills to try and clutch things out. So let's see what the approach is this time. Approaching B main here.
Well, close quarters with SMG, very, very good. And you kind of want to get as much close quarters without too many, how do you say this, crossfire angles as much as possible. So Hookah, even though it's kind of risky, I think would be slightly better than mid from A main to lamps. Because I feel that one, if you kind of crossfire, it's much more dangerous. Adrian having a really nice spot with that CCTV or camera of his, able to look over outside of Hookah. I should really, like learn that one. But for now, that is a 1-for-1 trade with, well, Ronin playing slightly more defensive here, not going overly aggressive.
Yeah, definitely a slower approach here. Bomb is actually still over there by A-Link. Joniel gonna give his teammate the heal as they slowly try and peek out here on B site. There's still 1 member remaining from defense there on A. They're gonna start rotating over through CT. Ooh, okay.
Oh. Yeah, it's a bad one. Adrian popped 2 shots and his opponent didn't even get hit, not even a tag, mind you. And it's all going to be left to the Weaver. Can he clutch it? Justin Weaver, John Navarro with the shorty. And he has no utility at all. Even the nades, the paint shells, not available for this Raze player.
Oh my god. Shorty in a dream. Lands the
He's
shot there
charging
over
at
at
it.
window. Yeah, but he is gonna get picked out. It was a kind of a long shot there, especially when you go for the shorty, high risk, high reward kind of weapon. But we will be moving on 2-0 so far in favor of our attackers here.
Yeah, actually, can we see the weapons bot? Thank you. There you go. That's our production value right there. Our
Courtesy
obs.
of Daks here. All right, so they are going to be buying up this time around. We could see a couple of phantoms there.
Yeah, and
Should
since
be more even.
Yeah, and since nobody actually, well, there's not a lot of members from Wasp that actually died, so they're still keeping their weapons, of course, to save economy. Something that might be a kind of bad thing about this is, obviously, these are Spectres, so in quite long range, if you're not able to hit your shots, connect your shots, it's going to be a bad thing, but Justin Weaver on point with the paint shells.
Yeah, okay, that's always going to feel good as a Raze player. They're able to take out 1. Of course, there is no res, so it is going to be 4v4 as Cypher also went down there on the defender side. Slowly gonna try and push up B main using the drone to clear out U-Haul as they push in.
Okay. Slowly, surely does it. There should be some smokes coming out here because the Omen as well as the Brimstone is still alive. He peeks it out, tries to get a spray down, and Shiro connects onto Chowdy. No resurrection here or the revive as the Sage is down. Pots it up. What a nice control of spray there from Paris, shutting down Justin Weaver right on top of the boxes. Now Ominous has to go through the smokes here. He's going to try to catch someone off onto Lamps, but no, it's going to be Shiroku once again. Jadsu up on Heaven, so let's see the retake happen, unfold into our in front of our eyes right now.
Yeah, 3v2 defense definitely has some hope here. Still a couple of utility left as well. There's a defuse, and they get it. 1 pick there. It's a trade. Okay, defuse is there, and they are going to be winning this round. Nice retake there, of course, with the wall.
Oh, some great. Those are some pretty sleek retakes and ballsy Stewie 2K-esque kind of plays, pushing through the smoke, not giving a damn. This is actually what you have to do, when you're going to be playing a little bit more of the competitive side of Valorant. You can't really play and wait for the smoke. Sometimes you have to push through it, and you have to rely on your reflexes as well as your aim to win you the day. And this is probably one of the things where people might say that, oh no, you got to play it safe, but sometimes the timer's not going to be on your side, so you have to rush it And now that is the 1 point for Ronin. Still is enough for Wasp to buy up into this 4th round. And let's see how it pans out as the Roomba, or the child of Justin Weaver, spots out somebody outside of showers.
Yeah, we can see them trying to push both through main and showers here. No one looking to flank just yet, actually. You see 2 members there on the defense just sitting at B in case they do decide to change their mind. It's definitely something we saw a lot even yesterday. Drone gonna activate the trap there. 1 utility down from the Cypher.
Ooh, just pops it straight up. Justin Weaver is not taking like any chances whatsoever. They do shut down the 1. They know that somebody's at least maybe 1 more onto showers, and there is the Brimstone ultimate. Goes down. Okay, Shuriken takes down Ominous. That is going to be a 1-for-1 trade, but Shuriken is popping off. Justin Weaver still in the back of sight, and there is 1 to remain for Wasp here. That is Gabby. Can he do it though? He's slightly peeking it.
Ooh.
Nice to go for the spray down, but Justin Weaver just a bit too quick on that trigger.
Yeah, nice try there. They actually had burned an ult there as they tried to clear out U-Haul, and that is going to even things out 2 for 2. Taking a look at the buys this time around. Some of them going to be forced to... Oh no, yeah, seems pretty even so far. Just a couple kind of out of money, but we're going to be going for, I think that's 4 Vandals? Yeah, 4 Vandals and the Phantom on the defense side there.
And sort of like a, I don't know, like a weird force buy here for Wasp. They don't want to give any control of the economy towards Ronin, so this is kind of like a not really a do or die, but a very risky sentiment on their end. So there is the smoke right there. I'm not sure if you're going to push through this, but if they're ballsy enough, there's nobody actually right outside of Garden, so they can have full control of B long. The thing is, there is 2 perfectly well-equipped agents on B site. The Brimstone as well as the Sage, really good at defending B. You could have your Sage wall, you could have your slows, as well as the Molly of the Brimstone. So we'll see how this pans out. But if they do get the kill on the Sage, that is a resurrection or a revive immediately taken away from the hands of Ronin. And here we go.
Ooh, okay, so there's 1 tick down there as they approach.
And they're not done just yet. Justin Weaver popping right up. He's looking for some targets. There's the showstopper. Can't find anybody though. But there is 4 to remain. Shuriken popping up a couple of his ultimates through short here. There's the Eye of Sauron. Justin Weaver coming with his team. Gabby gets a kill though. They still are defending the site. 30 seconds left into the clock. If they still have the bomb, they can maybe rotate it. But the bomb has been dropped onto the B site. And now all left once again to Gabby. Has the Sheriff and the Dream. Tries to go for a pick up onto Getsimov right there, but Getsimov survives with the 3 HP, and he gets the shutdown. Now, I do think there might be some connection issues with Nausicaa, so he'll be coming back later on. I guess I'll continue this for a little bit, guys. But so far, so good for Ronin here. You know? Oh no, there we go. Getsimov gets his operator, and it seems like Jadsu might be boosting him up on with the ice barrier. We'll have to see how this pans out. That peek right there really isn't for the defenders, because when you peek right out, it kind of makes you very vulnerable to a 2-man like 2v1 situation. But he's gonna peek it, doesn't find anybody, or maybe he's just holding a more passive angle, an off angle right outside hookah, and doesn't want to put himself out of harm's way. He actually backs off, and 5 of the members from Wasp are actually right outside of A here. They do have Empress as well as the teleport of Omen up. So this could be a big boy play coming out from them. 1 minute left onto the clock right here. They're backing away. They still haven't gotten much information yet, but nobody on the side of Ronin is actually going for that aggressive push, going for a big flank. So they have no information whatsoever, but the big traps there, or the traps of the Cypher, really will stop, well, Wasp from maybe pushing up onto A. If they heard the zzz of the tripwires, maybe they'll decide otherwise. Now, with about 30 seconds left onto the timer, they have to go through, but Getsimov, he has an angle on B long. Let's see if he's gonna like pop a shot, because now he missed it. Still has 80 HP left on his pocket, and of course he is a Brimstone. Got a lot of that smokes, but he saw it, not enough time, so they know it's gonna be a B take or no retake whatsoever. popping onto the wall there. There's the big smokes. Jadsu in a really cheeky angle. Maybe he can deal some damage. They know where he is. He already popped the shots. There is the noise already. Porus gets shut down. Jonyo comes in with a refrag as well. And all hell has broken loose, ladies and gentlemen. All now into a 2 versus 1 scenario. He cannot survive. Adrian shuts it down. And with a valiant attempt from Wasp, well, their name is Wasp, but they got stung hard by Ronin. Oof. Yeah, sure. You want to join?
I don't think this is how production works, but hey, hello guys, welcome back. So with Nausicaa having some connection issues, the lucky thing is apparently your producer is also your caster, so we are good to go.
Double trouble.
Double trouble right there. So Mr. Asurai, so far, I've been very busy pressing buttons. Ronin though with the 4-2 lead, and you know that they're just able to stall so much with the Cypher on A and the Sage on B.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be because of the lack of a duelist here, somebody explosive to get into the site, because you can see a little bit of hesitation from Wasp to kind of commit to these sites. Granted, of course, there's a lot of stopping power with the agents that the Ronin have selected for themselves, but if they're not able to break through and be a bit more decisive, and I'm not saying anything about their skills as players. This is just more of like what's happening in the game. If they're not able to push this more aggressively, it might not work out for them. Chowdy getting caught out there with the drone of Sova, so they at least know somebody's right outside. Maybe there's going to be the chance for Ronin, but yeah, it seems a little bit difficult for them to try to push up, or rather for Wasp.
It's just the fact of the matter is Chowdy just isn't having the best game of his life right now. He does get the kill on the Shirokun, and so we were talking about you need a duelist to really open things up, and that's what the Reina can really do. Adrian though gonna be able to get to. Here we go already with the Brimstone, looking to push through the shower side. Very difficult for Onimus though. He has that spike, and he might get smoked out already by the Brimstone on the other side.
Well, if he doesn't push through, at least he does make sure that the opponents don't drop or his team doesn't drop this spike right there, because you said it already. If he's out in the showers, he gets caught up, that is such a bad spot to lose it. But there is it. I have Sovereign activated. They're going to push through. Empress still activated for Chowdy. Now just going down. They know that somebody's activated on Heaven, but there's 3 people in A, and it's like a big shutdown whatsoever. But Porus comes in with a big teleport play from the back, and this is why I would say Omen is the best agent right now. His ability to just take these sites, if you have the aim to supplement it, is incredibly insane. But the big problem, the huge humongous problem right now for him, is that it's a 2v1, and he is still having to guess where his opponents are, where if his opponent sees him, well, you don't have to guess anymore. Pops right out. He didn't know where Jadsu was, and that is going to be the 5th point for Ronin.
Good flank there from the Omen. Seems like it was just Porus getting in behind one of those. It could have actually gone for the backstab, but overall it did allow them to get to. Unfortunately, just numbers weren't in their favor, with defense already cascading on in from B to A. The spike not really in the hands of the Omen there, couldn't go on for the TP play, and it's just another round there for Team Ronin. It seems like they're just so stable on the defense right now on the side of Wasp. They're trying to get this thing on, but apparently Repellent is the name of the game here for Ronin, and of course that's Asimov operator here for Getsimov. Probably gonna be having skin like that into the future, but there you go with the shot. Doesn't really get too much. B push though confirmed already on Ronin's side, because that long angle being held by that camera.
I want to say Getsimov shoots like he's shooting with an operator in CSGO, because I think he's moving as he is shooting. So I think if you move slightly with the operator in Valorant, it messes up. It messes up your aim straight up, so it's not 100% accurate. So you saw that when he was moving, the shot went top right. So maybe it's his CS. It's his CS instincts that are betraying him, but he should have gotten that shot. I would say that was pretty easy for someone as high caliber as Getsimov.
Yep, just muscle memory probably. You coming in from a different game. Sure, it has the same kind of base. You have the same kind of gunplay, but just the balance is a little different here on Valorant. And as you said, every little peek, every little step you take, every breath you make is gonna be the operator watching you for that perfect accuracy. But here comes the push right now from the side of Wasp. It seems like it's gonna be smokes as well as blinds in order. Chowdy already taking care of Jadsu there. Gets him off though. In the meantime, we'll get one. He has to deal with 2 in front of him. Adrian gonna be on the board as well, taking the flank on the left-hand side. And he's just swinging to get the angle. Beautiful stuff. Adrian just making that one happen. And that is why it seems like for Team Ronin, they're gonna be in for a better session today, Mr. Asurai. Oh, Cypher Gauge, interesting. But back to my point. Yesterday, if I remember correctly, Agent wasn't able to play. He didn't have a monitor available, so in terms of the rotation, he was their 6. Now he's back in full form, and Team Ronin, they are pretty primed, in all honesty, to get as much value with their roster.
Yeah, Adrian, the placements on those cages of his so good that it stopped the really aggressive momentum push of Wasp. You saw them; they were like, "Oh, Cypher just dropped down his cyber cages," and they're like, "Yeah, we have to go all around this." They went into that small peekaboo area where Getsumo was trying to get with an operator kill. He gets the one, pretty good from him, and then just follows up with Adrian kind of supplementing his defense on B. Now Porus getting a kill on Justin Weaver. That's a big thing. There's no resurrection here, and if they rush in on now onto A, this might be at least a secured A for them. But we'll see.
Yeah, but this is an econ round right now for Team Wasp. They are going to be playing those pistols. Beautifully done by the Omen there, but you do need these ultimates now to turn the tide. It does change a little bit of difference if these Hunter Fury's shots do connect, but unfortunately, Gabby just shooting into the wind doesn't get too much. Already, here comes Shiro-kun going to the lamp side. There we go, the Orbital Strike. And look at Shiro just take advantage of that one, using the Orbital Strike to cover himself and get a free kill onto the opposing Sova.
Yeah, I think Nausicaa's back now with us.
Yes.
Is he back?
Can I stop guessing now again? Okay, we're back. Okay, I'll leave it to you guys.
All right, there you go.
Very sorry about that. Unforeseen technical difficulties to mess around with the stream, but
it happens online.
Yes, it really does. Doing our best to make it not happen. Literally ran down the stairs and reset my router, but hey, we're back 6-2.
What's your router? Is it called Flash Speed?
Something like that. You know what it is. Ooh, nice headshot there from Shiro. 14 seconds left here, and it's a 4v2. Looking kind of bleak here for the attackers as they teleport, actually, leaving Sage behind on A.
There's not enough time on the clock. They're not going to push it anymore. They're just going to save their weapons.
Yeah, and so far things looking good for Team Wasp on the defense so far, even though things were even just a couple of moments ago before I disappeared. So looking like things are panning out well for them. Let's see what kind of approach they go for this time. Seems like there's a couple of pings here to rush through showers.
Now here's the thing I was talking with Daks a while ago. It feels like there is Wasp trying to push. Like, yeah, I get it. They're on the attacking side. They have to go for the push, but it seems like they're a bit undecided when they already start a site. It seems like they falter in between once Ronin pops up their defenses, and it becomes such a continuous trend that it's already been 7 straight, maybe 5 straight rounds that Ronin has done it, and there's not much that Wasp has really done. I'm not sure who Wasp will use as their spear to start this up, but here we go in A. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Orbital Strike already used there. Nice picks onto showers, and already a couple are down. Wow, headshot there as well from Justin. Great spray control as they immediately take down this attack, and there's only one left. Omen hiding here in U-Haul, but he's immediately caught out, of course. He's one of the only spots left to look at. And just like that, looks like the team is on a roll. Team Ronin looking really good here.
Yeah. And might I just add, again, this is me just kind of popping opinions here and there. And if I may seem wrong, just go at it. I'm just curious what others may think about this. But one of the things that I've seen in watching a lot of other international games is Breach is one of those sort of S tier agents that have been really used, especially in Bind, where there's so many corners that you have to flash to the corners, and maybe having Phoenix isn't so good. You kind of want to be able to kind of pierce through the walls easy with the flashes, and with this being Valorant and agents being stuck with one set of abilities for them, you can't really have all abilities on one agent per se, right? I think Breach would have been a really good pick for Wasp here, rather than just the Reyna, who really is good if you can snowball, but if you're able to shoot her Eye of Sauron before it pops up, then you can just deal so much damage. And Getsumal will get caught right here. Maybe he can get a no-scope right there, but gets shut down, and maybe this is it for Wasp. Let's see how this unravels.
Yeah, looks like this push is looking good so far. One member down from the side of Team Ronin as they're forced to back out here towards CT. Nice pick there, though, from Porus. We see one TPing through Hookah. It's going to be a 4v2 situation. Shiro-kun tries to approach through Hookah. Nice molly there. But he's just going to jump right past that.
Yeah. So mollies don't really work if you're on a little bit more onto the high ground from what I have experienced. So if Shiro's right there, he's in no danger, even if the molly's right underneath him. Good starting frag right there. He's going to look for a second one. He cannot connect this one. And it all comes down to Justin Weaver. Here comes the big play. Showstopper, kaboom. No, kaboom. I see it. Well, I don't see it, rather. He has to push it onto the guard. He knows they're right there. He's holding the angle, and they take or hold that angle to the letter. And finally, Wasp was taking another round with sorry, this is a little bit, I couldn't read it. 8-3,
8-3, I think.
Yeah, okay, so this is the last round in the first half as well.
Yeah, so finally able to get themselves at least this round before we decide to swap things up in terms of sides. So definitely a good way to start momentum for Team Wasp. I think we even saw in the matches yesterday that once a team gets a round going, I believe that was Team AKG specifically, you know, once they're able to break that losing streak in terms of rounds, things can really turn, you can really turn the tides in your favor. But now they're going to be ditching B, actually going to be approaching straight through main here on A. Let's see what approach they go for.
Actually, I didn't see what items they had. Can we just get a quick tab?
Ooh, double.
Oh, okay, so Porus is actually now sporting the operator. I'm curious to see how he's going to be using this because, I mean, operator as an attacker on bind is going to work more if you're able to peek, if they're able to peek you and not you peek them. But it seems like they're going to go for a standard play here. They're going to put down the ice barrier right there. Justin Weaver will be popping up the C4s, just softening up the members of Wasp, as now Shirokun is going to go for such a cheeky play. Sees out the head. One right there. And he's just decimating it. 1-2. Let's go for the 3. Pops on Justin Weaver onto the side. Adrian as well. And this is just a cleanup crew for Wasp.
So good there from the defense. You know, at first it seemed like it was really clean, a really clean take. Great use of utility. They were able to set up properly for the plant, but you know, not having control of U-Haul, honestly, on this map seems pretty detrimental to any team, you know, especially when we saw Shirokun just kind of wrap around the attackers there, get behind their wall. That's one of the downsides there. You really have to control the ground and kind of create a zone of safety for yourself if you're setting up a plant in that way, in that manner.
Yeah, the big thing about that one is it's easy to get the site, but it's hard to defend it because that ice barrier from the Sage, even though it seems like such a good idea to block off all that pathway on A, it basically also blocks you from taking control of the rest of A. So So what that means is, you're exactly what you said. They don't have control of U-Haul, and if they don't get control of U-Haul, they basically only take control of 20% of the site, and that means that they're going to have to work from all angles from one itsy-bitsy point of contention, which is, you know, where they planted the bomb.
Smokes down. Yeah, very true. And now we're going to be switching sides to see what kind of approach, you know, the team takes as they swap out here. Seems they're going to take it slowly as we see 3 members shifting over to B right now. Slowly moving in, we see Sage gonna go meet eye to eye.
Yeah, one of the things that is sort of standard in like tactical shooters is that you make a lot of noise outside of sites and you bait out the utilities of your opponent so that, you know, the longer this game progresses, the less abilities you have. And Joniel, he was going for a cheeky wall there to kind of keep himself, keep his opponents contained, but it was not enough. There was a 2v1 scenario there, and now without the Sage, Porus is trying to clutch this B side with 19 HP to his name.
Got unlucky there when he drew out the ability and was caught red-handed. Let's see if they can go for the retake here. Shirokun going through Hookah. It's going to be a 3v2 as they approach the site here. Bomb is planted a couple of seconds. And it's poked by the shock dart there.
Well, Stova's shock darts have been so good right here. Just get a lot of pop-out shots out from Chowdy when he can't really connect any of them. And now with all of these wall-bangable spots, it seems so difficult. And you see where the spike is planted. It's right there, you know, on a platter for Ronin. If they try to get it, well, he's 1 kill. If another one gets it, he's the 2nd kill, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, they were definitely outnumbered there. So great job from Team Ronin here to clean up the site before they were able to plant the bomb. And now it's 10-3, only a couple of rounds left if Ronin keeps playing consistently here. And a bit worried for our Team Wasp as they try to go for the the defense? Sorry, I'm getting mixed up actually.
Offense.
Offense, right?
Yeah, for Wasp. They're the ones on the attacking side now. But yeah, it's 10-3. There's that weird I think Dax was telling me this the last time we casted. There's this weird thing with the spectator. So yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's see how Wasp will approach things here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jumping up on the box. Actually, wasn't able to land there. Maybe was just using it to gather information through U-Haul.
Onimus is just dropping as many of his utilities as possible. He still has one more smoke remaining. And they're going to use Gabby with this one, but I'm feeling like as this pops out and he sees like the most of them, they're going to immediately just drive in onto site. Oh no. Decide otherwise.
All right, using
Okay,
the
set
smokes
again.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, blocking out the A main here. As some approach through showers. Looks like Wasp hasn't spotted out all of the members yet here, as two still waiting at B. Gonna push them out of U-Haul, slowly push in. There's the smokes. Trying to look for some picks. Wow, wow. Okay, 1-for-1 trade there. Slowly moving in.
Oh. I just gotta say, utility usage for Ronin, it seems like they've been playing this game for like a year now. With how clean these setups are. Like, look at the amount of information that is being blocked by all of the Ronin utility that we're seeing here. Like the smokes or the cyber cages from Adrian so on point as Onimus just pops out from U-Haul. He just blocked immediately. He didn't have any more information on where to go, what to do. Now there's going to be a big shock start from Shiro-kun here. I think it's going to be stopping them from coming in. John Yell backs away from H short, and this is just going to mean that he cannot try to flush this anymore, and he's getting hounded down by Ronin.
Whew, great job there from Ronin to really push out the rest of the members and close that one out. It's now 11-3. Wow! And one frag there as the round ends, just to put the cherry on top of that win as we slowly approach what could be the closing rounds of this match right now. And I like how you were pointing out, you know, the use of utility. I think that that's really one of the big factors that we saw yesterday when we had the matches between, for example, AKG and 5, and then we also had between Anbu and Faster's Workshop, is that the teams that win, they're really the ones who are so good at managing their utility, not just individual agents here, but like as an entire team. You know, everyone really communicates to make sure they maximize all of their utility.
Yeah, when you're able to pile it up in a good manner, it just pops up so well for you. And well, Daniel, really great push right there. Justin Weaver, he told me this when we were playing. He loves the Guardian. I mean, oh no. Daniel!
He actually survives there, puts up the wall just to keep himself safe, give him that sense of security there. And we see a lot of the members actually pushing up there on A main. We see a res go through, reset, nice.
Nobody was.
That there was no peek on left there.
Yeah, exactly what I was about to say. I know it's just just what I was saying. He really loves the Guardian, but I actually don't understand why. Granted, though, I'm more of a rifle, so I like my sprays, and he likes the corner one, the peeking one tap.
Yeah, the one.
So Guardian does works for him the most.
yeah. I mean, I get where that comes from. You know, it's like you've got a sniper, but you've also got a rifle.
The DMR, designated marksman rifle. If I said that correctly.
Yeah, so we see most of the members now pushing towards showers and A here. Not sure if there's any utility left. Meanwhile, defense, we still got a couple of slowing orbs here from Joniel on the Sage.
Excuse me on that one.
Pushing in, Joniel falls. It's going to be a 4v4 now. No resurrects left. In fact, no ultimates left here as they start to plant on A.
Yeah. Ronin really drained the utility there of Wasp. Gabby is in a peekaboo match with this guy right here. Can he pop the shot? They know he has to reload. Goes in around the corner and still survives. Chowdy's shutting down Justin Weaver. And this might be the play that they're looking for. Ooh, there's Chowdy once again. If he can just like snowball out of control, he can just rip it up. And Chowdy gets a triple kill with the use of that Reyna. And they retake the site perfectly. Have so much time to defuse that bomb. 18 seconds left on the clock. And maybe a breath for Wasp here.
Yeah, giving them some room to breathe. If they had lost that round, it would have been 12-4, and it would have been the last round for Ronin to win. So definitely gonna give them, you know, a sense of calm as they move into this next one, and that is gonna be an Empress ult as well, ready for Reyna in this next one.
What's the items here? All right, thank you for the item check there. So it's only the sheriff, couple of sheriffs. No, no, they're never mind. They're buying sheriffs. 4 of them have sheriffs. 5 of them.
Sheriffs all around.
right.
Sheriffs for everyone.
I'm not sure how much body damage the sheriff can do. I think it's like 55. Yeah, 55.
Yeah,
so
something around that.
if there's 3 of them who have sheriffs and they all connect the body shot, that's an insta dead.
Yeah, for sure.
So if there's someone
mean,
caught unawares, that's a big play right there.
As small as the chances of that happening are, it will be beautiful to see if they actually pull that off. We see the members now of Ronin shying away from A as they approach Hookah here, and actually that's the Sage already down there on the defense side, so it is going to be a 4v5. No one guarding Hookah here, actually. They're giving that up as they guard on the Cubby there, and of course also on backside.
They're about to pour in, and he is dealing so much damage. Chowdy, though. Yeah, like I said, if he can snowball out of control. This is just the power of the Reyna, and they're gonna rotate all the way back. Luckily enough for Wasp, they still have one more player onto the A side that will be depending. That is Onimus. But can Onimus stop this? He does have a Spectre, so if he can spray it down properly, he will be able to deal so much damage. He's hearing the rotations. He has a cheeky corner right here, but they're gonna just pre-aim him. He doesn't go down just yet, so that's pretty good from him. So they still keep Onimus onto the side, but he knows as he's already there. But you cannot bring a knife to a gunfight. He didn't know that somebody was going to push all the way around truck. He didn't have any teammates coming out of CT, and now there's even Getsimov popping up his orbital strike, forcing Gabby to pop right out, but he actually gets the kill onto Adrian, so Gabby actually makes that into an advantage. So great job from him.
Man, it was a beautiful rotation, rotating back to A, but now it seems like the defense coming online. It's going to be a 2v1. All they need to do is peek at the same time here. Try to go for the retake. There's the headshot. One more. He clutches it. That is going to be Jadsu winning that one and bringing it to 12-4, granting Ronin their last round to possibly proceed to the grand finals.
Big mistake from Wasp there. They went 1 by 1. Jadsu had... like a pro like Jadsu has an eternity to like react to the amount of timing that Wasp did there. And at one point, I thought I saw Gabby out with his knife for some reason.
Oh man,
wasn't it right? He did have his knife out.
He did have his knife out for a second there, so that definitely was detrimental to retaking the site. And like you said, you know, it's happened a couple of times, even at, you know, high-level gameplay like this, when you've got something on the line here competitively.
Yeah.
You see it happen all the time when they're going for a retake, you know, 1 by 1, people start peeking in and it grants that last guy that clutch. So they definitely have to be in sync here and keep calm, continue to be methodical as we slow things down a bit here. You see members of Ronin are spread out, just waiting to maybe catch a pick.
Sova is pretty dang disgusting if you can find those lineups. That is hard to shoot at, and if you don't know yet where you can pop it out, you saw that it was able to like see everybody on the A site.
Yeah, the nerd arrows.
The nerd arrows. You like that, chat?
Yeah, chat likes that. Chat likes that. So we'll see.
All right, sorry, we're bringing in memes that are not supposed to be brought in. Okay, we're done.
All right, grabbing an ultimate orb here, and that's gonna be Justin actually with the showstopper ready as they slowly route back to A. How many ults do we have here? We've also got the resurrection there from the Sage on attacker's side. So they approach 20 seconds to go.
That is a cool placement.
Make a move here.
Now I'm gonna steal Adrian's placements of these cyber cams. In any case, Getsimov is already down low. Chowdy has actually gotten a kill already right there, and he activates the Empress. Bomb will be dropped up, and he just absorbs Getsimov into his own essence. And this could be Chowdy's name of the game. Onimus just comes out and sprays Jadsu's brains out. And now leaving it into a 2 versus 1 scenario. Can they retake the ball? They get the win, and Adrian cuts it down. Triple kill for the man. And that is going to be a 13-4 end between Ronin and Wasp.
Yeah, unfortunate there toward the ending there. But congrats to Ronin. Very well played. At first, it seemed like things were quite even. You know, as well, I disconnected and I found out that you know, things were definitely going in favor of Ronin. So very well played from them. As we see the scoreboard right now, very useful stats given to us by this game. Honestly, so nice to see things ready at least for breaking things down. But we saw how methodical Ronin was, and even though at certain points in the game they seemed kind of flustered, they were able to really regain
Yeah.
their game sense as things approached the last few rounds.
I mean, for Wasp, honestly, if Chowdy wasn't able to pop up, I felt like they weren't able to take any of these sites. Granted, though, that Chowdy definitely needed his team to be able to push onto the sites. But if he wasn't able to get those entry frags, it seems like null and void when they try to get for the pushes. In any case, that was such a good game for both of these teams. I really enjoyed watching that. It kind of shows you how much these players understand Valorant. Once it started, like you said, 3 months ago, and we have all these players making all these cheeky plays, we can finally steal it and use it in our own casual unrated games because we don't have rank just yet. But I had a blast playing this one.
Yeah, it was also interesting to see for the first time, at least for me, in terms of the casting, how one side had the Reyna and the other didn't. At least for the matches
Yeah.
that we casted yesterday, both teams usually had a Reyna on their side, but this time around, we had Ronin in a setup where they actually didn't have the Reyna. They actually had the site for mostly utility. You have the
Mhm.
damage, of course, coming in from Raze there on Justin. But other than that, everyone else was sporting some kind of utility. You have, of course, the
Mhm.
Cypher and the Sova to gather information. And I think that's what's going to be more common as you move up and get to the more competitive and higher tier teams. You start to see less and less of, the Jets or the Reynas, and you start to see more of, you were mentioning earlier how we didn't see a
Yeah.
Breach. I
Yeah.
was also mentioning how we did not see a Viper in this map. I mean, I'm hoping, honestly, that we get to see more of those agents, because honestly it's when you see those setup type agents that we really start to
Mhm.
see this sense of synergy and teamwork coming together for our higher elo teams.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think being able to have these initiators will be more impactful for teams who are having much more difficulty, pushing on to these sites. I think that the Reyna I is very strong, but it's only as strong as it is active, and it's only active if until it gets shut down. So,
Yeah.
there was a lot of points where it seemed like Ronin was just able to have all the angles that they wanted to defend, and they weren't really pushed out of those angles. Because there was no stun from the breach because they didn't have a breach, or the Reyna eye was shut down. Other than that, they could have just maybe been smoked out by the Omen, but that doesn't really do much because it doesn't like force them out into the open. Because if they try to move out from the smoke of the Omen, they're still inside the smoke, so you can't see them, so you can't shoot them 100% easy. In any case, that's it. GG.
Yeah, GG's. Of course, congrats again to Ronin as they proceed to the grand finals here at Crushers Cup. I believe we're going to be proceeding into the next match in a bit, which is going to be between Team Anbu and Team 5. Another very, very exciting match. We saw them
Yeah.
perform really well yesterday. I believe both of them ended somewhere around 13-4, 13-5 on their matches. So definitely pretty dominant games for them, matches for them, and it's going to be interesting to see both of them face off and find out who will be facing Ronin at the grand finals.
All right, guys. So we'll come back later on for the Crushers Cup semifinals, second game, and of course the grand finals, I believe, which is a best of three. So big action for the Crusher Cup. So don't go anywhere. My name is Asurai. Joining me here is Nausicaa. Later on will be Daks, our production manager, also shoutcaster, which is awesome. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.